Now moving to actual programs and initiatives that have been undertaken or are being undertaken that are of that nature. And we'll right away invite Dr. Blessed Okole to be the first speaker. And again, here I will have three speakers and then we'll have questions at the end. Thank you.
Good afternoon, colleagues. I was mandated to give a presentation on addressing nutrition and food security challenges in the Southern African Development Community. I decided to talk a little bit about what is nutrition and food challenges, and also talk about the challenges, the opportunities, give some case studies that we as a CSIR did on farmer planter, smart in food, Whitero, and also another one called After. What are the challenges that we have in the food and nutrition in Southern Africa? Is a lot. I decided to put them in different blocks. The first one is the climate shock to food systems. We know the weather, climate change that is happening, drought, pests, diseases, conflicts, COVID-19. And because of this, resulted to almost 50 million additional people going into hunger. And this effect of COVID or things like droughts, they used to happen every 12 years, but it has changed. Now it's after every 2.5 years. This is a concern for us, which we need to look into. The president of FAO said, as the world's population continues to grow, our challenge should not be how to grow more food, but reducing food loss and waste in sustainable manner in an immediate need if we are to maximize the use of food produce to feed and nourish more people. The second one is global price shocks. Countries in Southern Africa are also affected by global shocks. I mean, look at what has happened in Ukraine. I don't go to the supermarkets always, but it was a shock for me when I wanted to buy vegetable oil, which used to sell 15 Rand. And when I went there, I saw 17 Rand. I said, this is a mistake. I called the people there, come. The price is wrong here. They said, no, that's the price set. So these things are happening. The next one is undernourishment. Food security is not just about famine or acute hunger. It's also about long-term undernourishment, and how do we have to improve it. It's increasing every day. Of course, when you have challenges, you have opportunities also. The agricultural sector in Africa is really big, especially in Southern Africa. It contributes to around 15% of many GDPs in many countries, and 60% of the population of many countries are employed by agriculture. Also trade. We heard about what is happening in the trade sector, and we need to capitalize on most of these trade opportunities which our governments are putting together for us to utilize. And it's expected that by 2050, the industry, especially in the beverage industry is supposed to increase by around 80%, 800%. And these are areas that we need to look into to see how we can cross-trade between our different countries. And then lastly is I decided to put the point resilience. There is significant potential to enhance agricultural productivity, and we need to use resilient techniques in agriculture. If we use that, it will definitely increase our productions by 2 to 3 times. What I mean by that is that better farm inputs, use new technologies like precision agriculture, automatic irrigation. There are many which I can list, but I don't want to go into those details. I just want to give some examples of what we're talking about, diplomacy and things that have happened to us as the CSIR and how you can benefit from it. Maybe because we are CSIR, we have a stand to say what we want, because we can join a consortium that we don't make a significant contribution. So I'll give 3 case studies. One is the farmer planter. It's a EU seed framework program. It's around 12 million euros. And we got a fair share of that money also. So it's not like they gave us piecemeal. 12 million euros integrated project which aimed to develop approved production pipeline for pharmaceutical proteins made in plants and take a candidate product all the way to clinical phase 1. And this constituted of 40 groups, 33 partner organizations, 12 EU, and we were there as South Africa, very powerful, CSR. The organizations in the consortium contain diverse skills, academic partners, farmers, SMMEs, and large industry partners. I think this is a trick in putting most of this consortium together before you can have something out of it. And it had different skills also. People, the best in, if we talk about smart places, we'll look at people like Dr. Malinga there, bringing in. That's how it works. Dr. Malinga is not coming alone. He's bringing his own network of people also in this consortium. So that's the trick about it. We look in plant biology, immunology, recombinant, and this is vaccinology and plant biotechnology. So that's how we came in. The outcome of this project was very successful. In 2011, they had an antibody which it neutralizes HIV, and it was produced from tobacco. The antibody it's now going to be used for a microbicide. The project also spun off additional technologies that are being used right now. It resulted to almost 100 peer-reviewed publications. And the lady there on the left was in my group. She's now the head of Millipore in the US. Unfortunately, she's in the US, but she comes regularly to South Africa. So those are some of the things we get in. Also, this platform now is a big platform at the CSIR for producing vaccines. So those are the kind of things it's a win-win situation. It must be a win-win situation. The next one I want to talk about is about Whitero. So I was in my office, our head of strategic, Ndomiso, called me and said, "Blessed, there's this innovation award that's going out. Are you guys going to?" I said, "What's it about?" He said, "They're talking about insects." I said, "No, we have a platform on alternative protein." He said, "Okay, can you join?" I said, "Yes, we're going to join." And we made significant contribution in this platform. And we won the World Association of Industrial and Technology Research. This is an international research. We won the Innovation Award last year. CSIR, together with our consortium members, Lighted, Firo, and Triestra in Indonesia. Four of us. We won the award. This is very significant, I must say. And what is this project all about? It's using insect-based protein source to supplement nutrient deficiencies in vulnerable areas. What I want to highlight here is that there are skills. Each institution bring their best. We are very strong in product and process development. Our Indonesian partners are very strong in rearing insects. Our Nigerian partners they have different kind of foods there in Nigeria. If you go there, they eat lots of insects. So we bring all of it together and say, how can we use science and technology to get this project? And we wrote a proposal and we got that award, which shows that there was something good in it. Where are we now? The Whitero Award, we're now finishing the first part of it. We're now working on Horizon or Eureka, which we are putting a proposal to go on it and then try to make it become a reality, to become an industrial product. The last one I wanted to discuss is an interesting one also. It's called African Food Traditional Revisited by Research. And what was the aim of this is to revisit African traditional food knowledge and know-how in a light of new technologies for the benefit of consumers, producers, processors in Africa and Europe. And it had 4 objectives. To study first what are these food products, what are the technologies involved in it, how can we improve it using new technologies, how can we work on these products, food products, and make sure that we can sell them in any market, even in the European market. And then how can we set up companies that will benefit from these technologies? So this is my last slide. So what came out from it, we had 10 products from it, and they were in different groups, fermented cereal products. Ours was Motoho. And then we also had Akpan. This is from Togo, Kenke from Cote d'Ivoire, Gowe from Benin. Different products that each of the country said, this is a product we are going to work with. It's not like they directed you, but we use different technologies to make sure we can improve these products. And also we had SOPs, critical control measures, access to European market, job creation. We now put in a second phase of this project, which is called sector budget, to upscale for market scale. But I just want to highlight the picture you see on the right there. This is a company called Golden Goose in Welcome, Free State, which is using now this technology called Here Now to produce this product. And they are selling now not only in South Africa, but to many African countries. Thank you very much.